Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Anthony here. I've got my morning espresso. Let's get into XRP and VET, the two cryptos that I'm bullish on right now, so stick around. Good morning everyone, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe out there. I've got my morning espresso. I love that. Before I start talking about cryptos in particular, because it gets my mind going, just wanted to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. It really means a lot to me. This community is growing so fast. It's really awesome to talk with all of you in the community tab up there and also in the comments below. If you're new, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that little bell notification, because I love documenting my journey, as you can see here, with investing, be it through dividends, stocks, cryptos, growth stocks, business, finance, all kinds of stuff to do with building financial wealth for the future. More importantly, generational wealth. That is something that I'm heavily focused on, and I love to bring you all along this incredible journey. Maybe you can learn something you may or may not have known, and vice versa, I can learn from you. So please, please, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button as well, because it really helps the algorithm. Little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, so please do your own research and due diligence. You can use websites like Masari.io, Cointelegraph here, Decrypt, Twitter, use the internet, use all kinds of platforms, Medium, Reddit, all kinds of stuff to get confident and do your own research and due diligence. It's very important, because I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt, because this stuff can be extremely volatile. And personally, I only invest what I can afford to lose, so at least I can sleep at night and I'm not stressing about losing money. I just leave it and do its thing and do my own research and due diligence before I invest in these projects. So be very careful out there, all right? So let's get into today's video. Two cryptos that I am absolutely bullish on at the moment, XRP and VET. And I have my reasons why, because these are seriously the two cryptos out there that have such real utility and benefit to future of both banking and financial institutions and supply chain management, which is VET, and XRP is the banking and financial institutions by changing the way money is transacted around the globe. Obviously, I've been heavily investing into these two projects here, and let's have a look at XRP's price today. It's sitting at $1.16, which I believe is a bargain. When I first got into XRP, it was sitting on around $2 plus. So to see this now at $1.16 today, and today's the 9th of June, it's pretty good, and I will be investing in more into XRP. Let's have a look at VET today. It is up 0.5%, so 15 cents today, which is still a bargain, because it's been hovering around the 18 to 17 cents AUD. This is all Australian dollars, by the way. For those of you in the US or around the rest of the world, this is in Australian dollars, just to let you know. I use CoinSpot, by the way, which is the exchange here in Australia. There's a link below if you feel like signing up. We both get, I believe, $10 in Bitcoin, which is pretty cool. So feel free to use that if you wish. If not, it's all good. But yeah, so look, VET and XRP are the two coins that I'm heavily invested in. And obviously, I've been keeping an eye on the news on Decrypt and Cointelegraph, and I came across, obviously, this news update from XRP today. Ripple accuses the SEC of non-compliance in sharing XRP, Bitcoin, and Ether communications. So, from my understanding, the SEC is just delaying the inevitable. They keep dragging their feet through the mud and dragging Ripple through the mud, delaying everything here. It's just been one of these cases that Ripple is keeping on winning, and it's just, I really wish there was a decision or some sort of outcome that would happen as fast as possible with this, because at the end of the day, Ripple is not a security. XRP is not a security. You don't have voting rights to the company. You don't have voting rights on who the board of directors are. You're literally buying a cryptocurrency, and that's what it is, and it should be. And the SEC is just trying to pin that on them. As I said, there's been predictions about XRP and the value of this particular cryptocurrency. Once the decision or a settlement happens with XRP and Ripple, and the SEC, that this particular crypto will go to the moon. There's been predictions out there, anywhere from $100 to $200, which I shared in my last video. And there's been other videos that I'll show you in a second that there's been substantial people, investors and funds that have predicted this thing to go to well beyond $10,000, which is unbelievable. Just because of the case, it's removing the utility case. Sorry, it's removing the old system of banking, transacting money across the world being SWIFT. Yes, there's been financial institutions already adopting Ripple and the blockchain technology of transacting money. I believe that they have to adopt the XRP coin itself, which I believe they will. There's a particular portion of Ripple and the system of blockchain that's very complicated stuff, which the banks actually have to adopt, which does involve XRP, and I believe that they are going to do that. Just giving, it needs time. And everybody's just scared, obviously, because of fearful of this case with the SEC. But it seems to be going in Ripple's favour. They keep saying here Ripple accuses SEC, and like the Judge Netburn has ordered the SEC to produce these documents, and they still haven't done it. A ruling on April 6, Netburn ordered the SEC to reveal the contents of its communications and third parties, as well as within the agency of Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. She reaffirmed her ruling on May 6 and clarified that while informal Integra agency emails need not to be searched or lodged, intra-agency memoranda and formal position papers discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP must be searched and produced subjective to privileged assertion. Ripple's defense attorneys are now asking the court to order the SEC to search for produce the documents about Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP from the SEC's FinHub electronic mailbox. They haven't done that yet, and they're still delaying it. I believe the SEC has requested an extension of time for this, and they just keep delaying the inevitable. But anyway, look, in terms of price prediction, I'm going to show you this now. I found this on Twitter, and I did retweet this on my Twitter page. Let's have a listen to it. Let's see if it works.
And over the top. We know it's imminent, though, right? So when I say imminent, I would be surprised if a quarter from now we're really still embroiled in the SEC lawsuit, because I think the state of affairs throughout the world is such that we're going to need a solution like an XRP for liquidity purposes sooner rather than later. So the question is then, okay, we've magically resolved it. Where does the price go? It's easy to project that it's a double-digit number. So, I think it immediately shoots up to a $10, potentially $20. The wild card to me is that there is actually a deal to be done among the central banks and governments to basically have XRP work as the world's bridge currency, a neutral asset that could be traded between the central banks to move a specific type of fiat to another type of fiat. If that's what occurs, it's back to what we were discussing earlier. It's got to cover kind of all the money. And I think you're looking at a range that XRP would settle on agreement. So this would happen instantaneously, somewhere between $10,000 and $35,000 a coin. And our lives will be, maybe the same, maybe different. I don't know. Probably a little different.
So there you have it. That's just an interview there with Jimmy Valley, Managing Director of Valhill Capital, thinks that XRP could be worth between $10,000 and $35,000 per coin after regulation and after it's determined that it's to be a world's bridge currency. Now that is insane, guys. Honestly, it's just one of these cryptos that's, waiting to explode. It hasn't mooned. It's just remained flat. And I believe strongly that it is going to moon very soon. And in terms of mooning here, I've had a few of you ask me in relation to charts here. This is very complicated stuff and I'm still learning it, so please bear with me. I understand that there's a lot of you out there who are, big on crypto charts and stuff like that. It's very technical. I am learning the RSI and all that stuff and learning how to determine where it's been overbought and oversold using the RSI, and between 30 and 70 there's that point where it's a good point to buy in, I guess, and to monitor this. And obviously if you're changing this from the hours to the days, it does change dramatically, obviously, but I am learning this stuff. I prefer to look at the day to see what's going on here, and it is on the downer today, which is good. I believe it's a great buying opportunity for XRP, and one that I will continue to heavily invest in as well, because I strongly believe that it is due well and truly due for a rise here, and it's just purely waiting a decision here and an outcome of this case. Even a settlement or a fine or something, just so it can be moved on and settled right then and there. It's just waiting for that to happen, and once that does, this thing is just going to go skywards, and I really believe that. But obviously, don't take what I say as financial advice. Please do your own research and due diligence with all this stuff, because it's extremely risky. So yeah, that is XRP today. I am learning these charts, so please bear with me, guys. It's quite complicated if you're not familiar with it. And I'm working on it, but I'm being completely open and honest with you. It's very complicated. I tend to look more into the social side of things, the utility of the coin, who's behind the project, is it trending in social media, is it popular amongst the communities, the utility side of things, what does it do, what's it's going to be its end goal, and then I'll make a decision whether or not to invest in it, obviously. And the other part of this, huge part of this, is obviously these charts, and you've got to analyze this information and decide whether or not it's a good time to buy, or whether or not it's a good time to hold off until the dip happens, which obviously it's happening today. So that's XRP, and let's move on to Vechain. Obviously, Vechain is another one that I'm very bullish on at the moment. I believe this is such a great buy at the moment, considering the project, supply chain management for businesses going, from manufacturing to end consumer. You've got huge partnerships with luxury brands. I mean, the founder of Vechain was the CEO of Louis Vuitton, which is unbelievable. Obviously, they're working on putting chips into luxury goods, which I think is a good idea to tell whether or not the product is actually genuine and not counterfeit. I think that's a huge step forward, for brands in particular. To see that would change the game forever. Obviously, they've got huge partnerships as well already that are using Vechain and the blockchain that they're providing here. I mean, if you just scroll down here, I'm not going to go through them all, but you've got all these companies here like D and VGL. I did this in my last video. PwC, Pricewaterhouse Coopers, huge accounting firm. You've got Year to China Holdings, BitOcean, you've got China National Leader Partnership, Direct Imported Goods, you've got China. A lot of companies based out in China, which is interesting, which is a good thing, I guess, because I know cryptos were restricted over there for trading. So it's quite interesting to see that Vechain is actually, got a few partnerships in China there. BMW Group, well, everyone knows who BMW is. LVMH is Louis Vuitton. They got a lot of brands here, guys. They've got, Dior, Givenchy, Louis Vuitton, Marc Jacobs, Tag Heuer. Huge brands that they are working with here to supply, all these particular chips and proof that it's genuine and stuff like that. That's just going to change the game. Renault, everyone knows who Renault is, a car manufacturer here. What else have we got here? Let's keep scrolling down just quickly so you can see. These are all the partnerships here. These are huge companies, by the way. They're not small. So, I mean, there's a substantial project here, and it's got a real utility, and that's what I love about Vechain. And it's still at such a good price at the moment. And I'm just going to quickly show you here. It's, as I said before, it's sitting at 15 cents, and it's remained quite flat. Yes, it has over the last couple of months, but in terms of the year, have a look at that peak there. That's incredible. I still believe this is a great value and is going to moon. In terms of the charts here, I'm going to have a quick look at this. Let's have a look here. I've got my watch list here. VETUSD. There you go. The RSI on the day is in between the 30 and the 70, which again is, from my understanding, it's not overbought or oversold, so it's a good time to buy. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm still learning, guys. It's taking time, but I will learn it. You can see the peak here over the this year, which has been incredible. It's just on the huge rise here. It did peak at 30 cents USD there at one point in time, and if I zoom in here, let's just have a look here. I'm still learning to do this on the phone because it's quite hard. Seems to have peaked on the around the April 12th to 21st, around that point in time, around the 19th, there you go, that it peaked around the 30 cents USD mark, which is unbelievable. That would have been, close to 50 or 60 cents AUD, and then it's just dropped back there. But I believe that's due to, have another V-shape bull return very soon there. So that's, it's one of these projects where I think it's going to have some real-world utility and benefit, and it can, it can potentially, 100x in the future, I believe anyway, just because of the partnerships, the use. Give it time. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen eventually. And with all cryptos, I mean, look at these, these huge spikes here, which is unbelievable. That's going to continue as well, because cryptos are still going to be growing and they're not going anywhere either. So so look, I mean, in terms of the charts here, from what I understand, it's a good positive thing to buy at the moment. It is on the down, and I have invested in it as well. So XRP and VET are two projects that I love and I will be investing in heavily. All right, so that's the update today. Let me know in the comments what you think about VET and XRP, and obviously in other cryptos that you are bullish on at the moment and are wanting to put your money in. But I personally did buy XRP and VET, and I will continue to invest in these two a lot more, because they're due to boom any minute now, and I love that. All right, so thanks very much. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. It really means a lot to me, and I love talking with all of you. So stay safe, happy investing out there. Peace, bye.